The first question was, do you believe that everyone should follow the 2,000 calories a day recommendation? Why or why not? If I understand the question correctly, you're asking if we should follow the 2,000 calorie diet that is nationally accepted as normal. Now, that all depends. Like, the FDA came up with that number. They did a research to see what the average person ate, male and female. Now, we know that males and females are different. We also know that within each gender category, every person is different and has different needs. So, and actually, what they found out later, like that number was established in the 1990s, and they quickly found out afterwards that it's an incorrect number. More accurately, it's the numbers is a little bit higher than 2,000 calories for some people and a lot lower for others. But 2,000 is a nice, pretty number to look at, so that's why they chose it. So I don't think we should base our entire diet off of what this number is. Really, like kind of what I was talking about in the speech was that we should listen to ourselves and do what we feel is, you know, good for us. If we feel that if we feel hungry, we should eat more. If we feel that we're not eating enough, we should eat more. If we feel like we're eating too much, we should eat less. It's simple. I'm trying to help us realize that it's not complicated. We don't need to focus on numbers or anything, really. Sometimes we do, but more than not, we need to just simplify. The second question, I hope that answered your question. If not, feel free to contact me. The second question, what do you know about individuals with eating disorders, and how would you talk to them about this topic? Well, when I was researching this, we did the class survey, I realized that nobody in the class had an eating disorder, so I wasn't prepared to talk to that specific crowd, that specific audience. However, if there were people if that was relevant to my audience, I would probably research what typical disorders look like, and and I'd probably study what I've learned about what doctors have said to help those people with eating disorders, simply enough, because they're the ones who know. So I'd probably just kind of not regurgitate, but study what a collective number of doctors and their ideas, and come up with some sort of option that people could choose. The third question, I hope that answered the question. The third question is, what do you say to people who enjoy eating junk food and they say that they still feel great? Well, I say, that's great. If I understand correctly, the question's asking about if, like, everybody knows that sometimes a piece of cake or a bowl of ice cream is exactly what you need. And so if that's what you feel like all the time, is that bad? And my answer is, it depends. Like, the whole point of the speech was to tell us to listen to ourselves and be honest to ourselves. And a lot of people throw themselves into diets like a boot camp. They look at diets and they think, they look at their situation, they recognize they want it to change, it's their body telling them that they want change, and then they go into this exotic, crazy idea of, let's start like freeze drying our fat off our bodies and like working out in the same ton amount every single day. But what I'm trying to say is that it doesn't have to be so painful. We can begin by just being honest to ourselves. If we feel like we really need some ice cream, I say you should take that ice cream. But if you also feel at the same time that maybe you've had too much ice cream, I'd say, well, then listen to that. That's your body telling you something, and eat less ice cream. And in time, as we cultivate this honesty and trust with ourselves, we will begin to see changes. It's when we ignore those signals that we begin to come up with these odd ideas, these ideas that we feel better when we really don't. And it really takes time and effort, just time to cultivate that trust to the point where we can, at some point, be a lot healthier than we are right now. Once again, simplify it. We don't have to throw ourselves into a crazy curriculum or something, unless our doctor suggests it, of course, and you should probably listen to it. Otherwise, it's okay. It's like I'm not about beating myself up if I eat a bowl of ice cream and I feel like I really need it, because I might need it for some reason. But yeah, I hope that answered the question. If any of that was unclear, feel free to contact me.